Yay! Well, hello, Wands and Franz patrons. You will notice that we have a very special bonus episode for y'all tonight because Nicholas is mobile.
Oh yeah, look at me walking around. Just wow, wow.
So we're chilling, we're chatting, we're like catching up on stuff. This is going to be kind of like an informal one to like,
Yeah, this one is Patio Lady is the
yeah.
unofficial title, but also I think the official title. It's our lifestyle brand. It's our goop. It's
We
everything.
are patio ladies. If we ever formed an LLC, it would be
Ab,
Patio Ladies
absolute
Incorporated.
Patio Ladies Incorporated. That's us, y'all.
That
To
is,
a T. I really cannot think of anyone who is more of a patio lady than myself, than perhaps you.
yeah.
So
I mean, I would agree. My patio is dark and cold right now, and I think we're going to take it where like one of us is mobile at a time for connectivity purposes. So this
yeah,
is
yeah,
Nick's
yeah.
turn. But yeah, we just wanted to like catch up with y'all. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about first, Nick, this is a surprise for you too, is one of my plants is flowering.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at that little bud.
Isn't it so
Wow.
cute?
Is
So
that
this,
the is that what is which is that the
this
pink polka dot plant?
no, this is a Chinese evergreen. So, oh my
Oh
God, and I
Jesus.
just spilled water all over myself. Oh my God, y'all, this is, oh, I just watered it with fish emulsion and kelp fertilizer today, and I just spilled it all down the arm of my cardigan.
Oh
Oh my God,
no.
y'all, this is raw. This is unedited. This is I smell like a fucking lake now. Um, my
Beautiful
entire
Lake Shannon is lovely this time of year, I've heard.
my entire upstairs, I felt so bad. So I watered my upstairs plants today. So anyone with like huge collections of plants knows that that's like a to do sometimes. I have a lot of plants. And so Eric walked upstairs like a few hours ago and was like, "What is that smell?" And I was like, so I was fertilizing things with fish emulsion and kelp fertilizer today. The windows are open in the bedroom, but it smells particular. It's not great, but this flower is making me very happy. And I will not tilt it too much. But it's a Chinese evergreen. So it's got like super beautiful pink splotches on the leaves. There's a bunch of new growth coming up down here too, which makes me very happy. All these little like spikes.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
I know
She's giving us a lot. She's
she is.
giving us a lot right
And I have
now.
glitter nails. This is like, this just in.
You're
Uh,
glam.
I'm I'm like trying to embrace it. I usually do like very dark nails, as y'all might have noticed if you ever caught my nails on the pod video. So this has been an adjustment for me to be so sparkly, but I'm trying to like go out of my comfort zone.
I love that. I love that. And also I feel like sparkly nails are such a Pisces season mood.
They are. They are.
Like kind of mermaidy.
Yeah.
Um
Oh, these are definitely mermaidy, I would say.
I would say I'm getting like mermaidy vibes. And mermaids are really cool. Actually, we should jump back on the magical creatures at some point and do an episode about mermaids, mermaids and sea
Yeah.
friends.
I mean, we have a planning session that needs to happen soon. So
Yeah.
I feel like that makes sense. But before Nick starts giving the walking tour, the other thing that I'm kind of like my of the moment thing I wanted to talk about is I got this book on pre-order, The Altar Within by Juliet Diaz. She also wrote the book Witchery, which is one of the books that I always like recommend to new witches. She's like a bruja, her family's Cuban. She's been like a practicing witch for a really long time. And this book, like the subtitle is A Radical Devotional Guide to Liberate the Divine Self. And it is like
Wow.
all about like self-worship as like the foundation for your magical practice. So it has been like so far, I haven't finished it, but it has been challenging for me in good ways because it's like all about like literal self worship. And that is hard for me, but also feels very powerful. So I'll keep y'all posted, but I've just been really excited. Plus, like, look at the cute cover. Look at the eye.
I do love that cover.
Yeah. It's
Like black
very
and
good.
gold, knocking them cold in black and gold.
Oh my God. Obviously.
From the song Sex Dwarf by Soft Cell.
Deep cut. But yeah, so y'all will see that Nick is mobile. So we were thinking Nick might show us like some of the goods today.
Yeah. So here's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go full front facing here. Watch out world.
Oh
So I
damn.
thought it might be kind of fun to like show off my little altar table here, which is something you guys don't really get to see a lot on the podcast, but it's like actually it's here. And then my little recording studio is here. So you see my little microphone here on the table, my little laptop, but then like right there, when that all goes away, it's like just my little altar table here. And so I had kind of talked about like I'm burning the Virgin Mary for the people in the Ukraine right now. I've got my little pine cone, which anyone who knows me knows I spent a lot of time in Louisiana as a kid, and I love pine cones. So I did have someone bring me a pine cone, and then I've got my little pocket stones here, and my little pearl earring, which actually famously the story of the pearl earring is that a lover of mine had left that on my side table many years ago, and I was like, "That's cute. I'm gonna disinfect it in some rubbing alcohol and wear it."
The secret there is
Um,
that Nick is the girl with the pearl earring.
the true secret is, then I've got I just gave her a little wipe down, my little money tree.
Oh
Cute. And I usually don't keep this little piece of Himalayan salt in there, but for some reason this little tree keeps kind of like leaning over.
hey.
So I
So
had to
she's
put something in
practical.
there. So she's practical. She's practical for now. And then, just kind of like it's my room. It's where I live. I do have I had kind of moved, but we talked about in one episode how my bathroom had all this like Venusian art, and I had kind of moved these though. So I have these like cherub paintings that I think just have really big Venus energy personally. And then like there's baby Faye.
Hey, baby
It's
Faye.
notoriously it's notoriously hard to photograph black cats, but you can kind of see like the outline of her there.
She looks like a shadow
Beautiful.
person in the coolest way.
She's a beautiful silhouette of a cat. And then a little. That's my bathroom. We're not going to go in there. It's got a toilet in it though.
Yeah, this just
Um,
in. Nick's bathroom has a toilet, guys. Like, this is the scoop you were waiting for.
so my little teacup shelf, which I really like, even though it's slightly crooked. And then we've got over here. We're gonna turn the light on.
Yeah, I was about to say, we've got darkness imprisoning me.
This little cast iron plant, which has these little tips, but they've just kind of been like that for a minute. But this one also does have like a little baby leaf down here.
Oh,
So,
hello.
so she's doing okay. Um, of course, we kept the Halloween decor up all year round. My little pumpkins here.
I love that.
And then, so I guess we can do. I would say I also kind of consider this an altar area. Like I read my tarot and stuff on this table primarily. I have this kind of cool cloth on it as well, and this was like a Christmas. It was out in holiday decorations. I guess it's like a placemat for like your table to go under your plate, but it's just like these really cool random zigzag gold, and I love it. And I think it's pretty magical.
Yeah, we've got the icon that is Gargoyle Cat.
Gargoyle cat, a friend of the pod, and then we have over here
Ollie.
this kind of grumpy old man. This kind of grumpy guy. Oh yeah, you're fine. Um,
He's like, no photos, please.
and then making kind of a rare appearance actually in the living room is you can kind of see her here, Wildy.
Yeah, I
Wildy the
think that
cat.
when I was there at Christmas is the first time I'd ever seen Wildy IRL.
Yeah, Wildy is real. She's not just a legend. She's a real cat with a real head that you can scratch. Um, and then, so we can kind of go with the theme here, patio ladies. Oh, it is kind of chilly. So here we've got, and it's at nighttime, so the quality is just not great. But we have this little like plant that my roommate has that's like a little burro's tail that just actually, if you can see this little tendril I'm holding here, it did have a little flower.
Oh,
It had a little yellow flower. It was very cute. And it's but it came and it went. And then we have, oh my God, this poor creature, this poor plant. My little Kalancho, who just does not get enough sun here.
oh, she's
So
trying.
she's doing her best. She's got, a new little batch of flowers coming up. And this is unfortunately, the sunniest little spot on the patio is right there. So, we're doing what we can for her. And then since we were doing like a little show and tell, I do have one more spot to show you guys before I sit my ass back down.
Ooh.
So I'll show you my kitchen because yeah, but my little owl hanging
I
out
love
up
that.
here. And then, like all my tea stuff. But actually, what I wanted to show you guys was my little tea area. So lots of little bags of tea there, and then.
Oh, Nick, you're covering up your mic or something. It got really hard to hear you.
Oh, I was saying I wanted to show you guys the little tea area. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
So I got all my little teas down there, and then just like look at all of the cups. Just so many teacups.
That's an impressive cup collection.
So that's kind of where we're at. Did not mean to show my dirty ass sink there, but
It's like,
hey,
take that out, edit it in post. I'll edit it in post. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we'll edit it in post. And then kind of my last little thing for show and tell, because I feel like this is famously kind of a show and tell episode, is I'm gonna set up set y'all up here on the money tree and show you guys my sword that I'm always talking about. So I guess I'll kind of leave the string on too. But I have this sword. Very cool.
It's so cool.
And it hangs on this little rope above my door, and that's like part of the spell of the sword even. And I bought this at like an auction at Goodwill. I just saw it, and it's got this like velvet scabbard, which is just really neat. It's like very, I don't know, it feels very like 60s. For some reason it feels very 60s, but like this blade already had all this like crazy shit carved into it, which I'm trying to like show off in the light a little bit, but it's like, and then I kind of put some runes down here under this thing, but then it says it's like made in, I think, India. I think it says India. And it's got this like, I don't know, it's got this like writing on it here that is just, I can't tell what language it is at all, but it's really cool. And then also it's got this like panther head shape you can kind of see in the handle.
Yeah, the handle is so cool.
Which, yeah, and then it's like biting the handle. So it's like, I don't know. And I love this sword, and yeah, I like hang it over my door for protection reasons. And it's like one of my favorite things that I have. And now you guys have seen it. So
Beautiful.
And I also like the little noise it makes when you put it back in the thing. But that's it. That's my little walking tour. So I'm just gonna sit my ass down here with Faye. Faye baby.
Hey baby, Faye baby. Well, I'm not really like in tour prep mode, but I can like show y'all a bit of my living room area. So let me pick up my computer.
Also, I will say famously, I love your house.
Oh,
But it's such cozy vibes.
yeah. So this is my couch that most people are familiar with. I'm obsessed with my couch. This is like one of my witchiest purchases that I was so excited about. It's like a dark blue velvet couch. And then, of course, I've got my Llewellyn calendar here by the back door, of course. But really, I spend a lot of time out back usually. You can see that I had to move the couch cushions around today because I was watering plants. But these are some of my Hoyas. So you kind of see them hanging here. And then
beautiful Hoyas.
There's one of my Heartleaf Hoyas. And then I have this whole, I guess I can just step outside. It's cold, but it's not that cold.
I did it. You know.
I know. This is my back window that we put this like window cling on. That's all colorful. Anyway. So this is my back porch area. You can kind of see we have lots of plants. So I've got my begonias, my Easter cactus, some of my ficus, a bunch of anthurium, and then here are my Hoyas. So you guys know I love my Hoyas. Like this one, I'm in particular like in love with this plant. This is my Hoya carnosa compacta, my Hoya Hindu rope. Like those leaves are just so cool and crinkly.
Yeah, it's like crinkly curly.
This is how Willow stands on the back of the couch when I'm outside, which is very good for the furniture.
She is a cat. Because she is a cat.
She is a cat. I've got a little pothos. But yeah, so this is my my little back patio area. Normally this couch is an L couch, but the cushions are thrown up because watering these guys today.
Which is a good call, especially, you know, if you're dealing with stinky things occasionally as well.
Yeah.
Like your cardigan.
Right. Now my cardigan stinks. And y'all see my front and back doors are purple at my house.
Is so cute.
Which I love.
Your neighborhood is so cute too. Like, honestly, obsessed.
This dumpster chair that I love. Wrought iron. This is also a dumpster chair.
Wow.
So many dumpster chairs. That was a dumpster table. That couch was not a dumpster couch, though. We paid too much money for that couch, so we made up for it. But I guess I could also show y'all the front garden area is a little sad at the moment because it's that time of year. But let's see how good. So we're going out my front door now. And I keep Willow inside. And y'all can see this is my wreath that I made for the front door.
Cute.
And so y'all are going to meet some of my plants. Okay, so this is my little herb garden box. Y'all can see I've planted a bunch of I have little sprouts coming up from a bunch of stuff. I've got my honeysuckle. These are like calendula babies in here.
Oh my God, baby calendula.
Here's my little croton, Nick. I know we've talked about crotons.
Oh yeah. Did you see my roommate's one when I was out on
the spider mite magnets.
Oh my, is it them? No.
Yes.
Because Bailey was like, where did the spider mites come from? I think it's the Kalancho, and I was like, well, I don't know if it came from there, but
crotons are notoriously spider mite magnets. Also, I have this sun that my Nana bought me from Big Lots in middle school.
Yeah, that thing was in the apartment that we lived in together as well.
Right. Okay. So this is my lamb's ear. I've got some lavender. These you can't really see at night, but these flowers on here are like indigo.
I'm getting the blue. I'm getting the blue on my end.
So then I've got like some rosemary and sage. This is my lemon tree I've grown from seed. His name is Lemon Grab. You can kind of see him there. He's tall. That's a tall boy.
He's a lanky boy.
Yeah. And then this is all morning glory, so you can't really fully appreciate it. But I did just want to show y'all my my little gnomes.
Oh, wow.
So these are zombie gnomes, of course. And then
Of course.
here's my massive aloe.
Wow. So many sunburns could be treated with that aloe
Oh yeah,
plant.
it's like a Dr. Seuss plant. And then I have lots of like succulents. I forget who. Someone had talked to us about the black cacti, and you like really can't see it here because it is like black, but that's like a bunch of tall black like they're called like desert roses. I can't remember the like Latin, but you can see my honeysuckle up here that's like in bloom. And then yeah, lots of succulents. This is my like my moonflower that's mostly dead because it's been winter. And then I have this is my catnip, and it's like the neighborhood catnip. So the cats will come by, all the stray cats, and like rub their faces on it.
That's actually so cute.
Yeah. And then there's some rue and some spearmint and some chives. Anyway, oh, and these are my monster spider plants.
Oh my God. Those things are gonna take over your entire house.
Yeah, I'm like, for reference, like, this is my front door for size reference on the spider plants.
So
like
this is your life now. You're a spider plant.
I'm like, "Ah." This is my dog. Look at her being so pitiful. Willow, you're famous. She knows y'all are all here for the puppy content. But yeah, purple front door.
Purple door. Love.
So yeah, got some artwork because we're cheesy like that. Yeah, we just saw our friend's band Cosmic Kitten last night, and they had these really cute like plushes for merch.
Oh, that actually is such a cute merch idea.
Isn't it? This is the Notorious coffee table, y'all.
Oh my God. If that table could tell stories.
Like, there's
oh boy.
This coffee table has been stood on by so many people.
Oh yeah, she's solid as a rock.
Solid as a rock. And then back here, I've been working all day, so this is also like where I set up to work. Just like the unglamorous things. But we have Nick.
Oh yeah. What a cool guy.
This is I built this like candlestick holder for Thanksgiving, and now I just use it, and that's a bunch of calendula. I've got some driftwood, which I really wanted to have out, and then herbs. There's just a bunch of herbs, tinctures, a willow. And then over here, these are my this is my little cart that I do a lot of craft and stuff at. And up here are all of my different books that I'm reading on herbalism or magic. And then I'm going to move my work stuff out of the way. Stack O tarot decks and journals.
Wow, look at all those.
But I am admittedly not. Oh, and then there's a cat on a table. Hexus.
Oh my God, Hex.
Hexy poo.
Wait, hold on. We're having a cat to cat moment even.
This is cat to cat. Willow's jealous.
Willow's jealous that we're having this Bowie to Bowie moment.
Hex is mad. Okay. Switching around. Hey, Willow, get down. Anyway, so that was a mini tour. That was just downstairs. We are not going to go upstairs right now because I want to do that on my actual phone, so my internet connection is a little better. Oh, I also have this artwork. I realized I don't know that I've ever talked about my art. These two pieces. So y'all know I love art. When I worked at the Cold War Museum, we had this really cool exhibition on this artist, Sun Mu. He was actually trained as a propaganda artist in North Korea and defected around his 18th birthday. And then he has been doing like artwork in the style of the propaganda art that he was trained in. And so this one here is like a representation of his memories from like going to school as a boy in North Korea. And then this one, there's like a saying, it's like you can, if you shoot the rooster, like the sun will still rise, or if you shoot the crow, the sun will still rise, talking about like roosters and sunrises and the roosters getting shot at.
Right.
So, yeah, I get a lot of weird questions about my artwork, especially this one, because it's like, no, I'm not into Hitler Youth. Like, this is a painting by a North Korean artist.
Yeah, no, I do love there's a lot of good art around your house. I would say there's almost like a pop art kind of a thing as
Yeah.
well.
I mean, let me show. I of course have my Shepherd Fairy because make art, not war. Shepherd was really good friends with the people at the last museum I worked at. I have a Yoshitomo Nara. I did that like heart embroidery and I did the little rabbit embroidery. And then it's like a Luna moth. But there's a Basem.
Yep. Amazing.
As a Basem. Yeah, there's like so much art around my house. I'll do an art tour at some point. I do like this angle though, because now you can just see Willow.
It's like you can see Willow, you can see the cute candle holder.
This is my view into my living room, guys. I'm going to flip it around. I'm just taking. There we go.
There we are.
Here we are. So yeah, so I feel like that was fun. We can do like a more extensive upstairs visit next time in my place because it's a different.
Yeah.
Walking upstairs with y'all might be embarrassing. I haven't been able to run for like 2 months because I broke my foot, and I feel like I'd get more winded than I'm happy to admit in front of everybody walking upstairs right now. We'll have to start upstairs.
That was me today because I had a friend who was bringing me something that I had left in her car, and she kept being like, "Oh, I'm gonna be there at 3. Can you just like meet me out front?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah." So I go out at 3, and then I get this text, and it's like, "Oh, it's gonna be another 15 minutes," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna walk back home, and then just kind of wait it out a little bit." So then I was like, okay, it's been like 20 minutes, so I'm going to go out there. And then I get another text kind of delaying. And I'm like, oh, now I got to go back up the stairs. Like going up and down the stairs like twice. I was like, I'm literally 70 years old. I'm going to die. I'm going to die soon.
Yeah. I mean, I tried 2 weeks ago to go running again for the first time since I think I talked about it on the podcast that I broke my foot in December. And y'all know I love running because no one will tell you about their exercise routine like CrossFitters and runners.
Oh my God.
But I do love running, and I've really missed it. And I went 2 weeks ago, and it was only a little bit early from what the ortho had signed off for. But I went on like 2 runs, and then like the entire side of my foot was bruised, which was cute and not great. So I took another break, and today was my first time like after this next break going for a run. And I only did I did 1.5 miles and was like, it's been a long time since that felt like a workout to do that. And it made me feel a little like, no. But I'm like, I'll get back to it. But breaking your foot sucks.
Yeah, I definitely. If you remember, I have the world's weakest ankles, famously.
Yeah.
Specifically, my right ankle will just roll for no reason whatsoever. Like I could probably.
Nick has the ankle of a sparrow.
It's like I could literally probably just be standing still and roll my ankle. Like
it would be impressive if it wasn't like such a hindrance to your life.
But it's I've learned how to just never be standing up in life, and that's
where the story Wall-E came from, based on Nicholas Landon Paul.
Oh my God! Don't tell people my middle name.
I love your middle name.
I like it too. Actually, I did sort of think when I moved to Austin that I might try out going by Landon, but I never had the courage to like do it.
To be a Landon.
So now I need to move somewhere else, and then I could maybe try it there. But I don't know. I think I'm just stuck with being a Nick forever.
I don't know. I feel like Landon could be an alter ego. Landon is like a hot name.
It is a hot name. Like, it's like
You've kind of got a fuckboy middle name, which I love.
I do. Yeah. Well, and it's like my mom says that we have an ancestor named Landon C. Slim, which is a terrible last name and not sexy.
Landon C. Slim sounds like a redneck rapper.
It does. Slim with a P at the end. Like
even worse.
Slim. Yeah, it's like sloop, pimp,
slim. I'm like, yeah, what words are you mixing up in your brain to call someone a slimp? Because it sounds like a slur.
It does kind of sound like a slur. But apparently he was one of the original Minutemen. And it's like, I don't know, like her favorite thing from our family history, or like, like one of the high points of our like family history.
Cute.
Because I guess she did a genealogy thing one time and she decided to like name me after it.
Cute.
And that's where that came from. But it's like, but I think there was a time a bit after I was born, like maybe 4 or 5 years, where it became like a popular first name.
Yeah.
So there's like a group of dudes out there that are probably like, like 25, 26, that's like their name, because it was like one of the top names in like, like 95 or 96 or something.
Yeah. I mean, I have been watching Legacies, which is a spin-off of the originals, which is a spin-off of the Vampire Diaries. And like,
yeah,
the love interest / like one of the main guys, played by Arya Shagasemi, his name is Landon.
Hot. It is a hot name. It's
and he's hot. It's a hot name. My middle name is not hot. It is like Eric has an aunt. My middle name is Kay, Kay, Shannon Kay, named after my grandmother, Judy Kay. So
Judy Kay. But I think it's kind of one of those things where it's like, as like the compound name, Shannon Kay, that's very Southern.
It is.
That's just very Southern. It's like my aunt and my grandma, Dulcie Gale and Shara Gale.
Yep.
Gale kind of taking the place of Kay there.
It's that monosyllabic middle name.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like you got the K's and the Lees and the Gales.
Yeah. I was gonna say Lee.
Yeah, like Laura Lee.
And
Faye.
and then Faye, like Tammy Faye famously, but then my mom is Anne, Karen Ann.
Oh, I love that. I had my great grandmother was Odie Mae.
May is a good one too. Yeah. And it's like you say it all together, Odie Mae.
Odie Mae, which is less cool though than on the other side of my family, where we had a Stella Uzella,
which is the cool, yeah.
Who went by Uzi, almost Uzi.
Wow.
Yeah, Stella Uzella sounds like a Disney villain.
There is someone, so we have like I think I've talked about it on the podcast before even, where we have like a family genealogy book on my dad's side.
Yeah.
Because he had some cousin that was an orphan. Like not an orphan, she was adopted. She didn't know her like biological family, and so she came to Louisiana and did a whole like 400 plus year family history, which included my dad's like whole family.
Dang-a-lang.
Like, yeah, and then like sold them at like a family reunion for like $10 a copy. And so my grandparents have this thing that's like a literal, like, it's like thick, and there's a lady in there called Ethelbert.
Love that.
Any guesses as to what her parents' names are?
Ethelbert? Are they Ethel and Bert?
Yeah, they sure are.
Wow. Wow, they really tried hard to come up with a unique name.
Speaking of hot old lady names, Mildred definitely tops the list.
Oh yeah, Mildred. Yes, Mildreds are hot.
I think I made a mistake naming my pet rat Mildred and then having her die like 2 years later, which is pretty normal for rats. Um, because it's like, I should have given that name to a longer lived animal, but I still
Well,
feel kind of bad reusing it.
I feel like you're hitting the I don't know. I feel like you're hitting the point where it's been long enough. The
It's been
statute
long
of
and I
limitations
know.
is almost up on Mildred.
Right. Well, I mean, it's like I famously named a snail Quentin, and I had that snail for like 2 years too,
Which is a long time for a snail.
which is a long time for a snail. Um, but it's like it is a snail. At the end of the day, he was a snail, and they don't live that long.
Yeah, I mean, I had a series of hermit crabs named Peter Parker, so I get it.
um, so I guess since this is famously our like lifestyle and leisure brand, um, athleisure, Ethan. Um, have you watched anything good lately? Speaking of Peter
Oh,
Parker.
speaking of Peter Parker, okay, well, there's like the what am I binging right now answer, which is I'm rewatching The Good Wife because it's great. And I'm like, I forgot that Matt Zuckery was in like every episode and
Oh, cool. Yeah.
love it. I am also though, so we just last weekend, I think, watched The Power of the Dog, and it was like not what I thought it was going to be. It's like a
Yeah.
slow burn thriller.
Who's in that again? I feel like I
Benedict
saw the trailer
Cumberbatch
for it.
and Kirsten Dunst. It's like it got more award nominations than
Oh,
anything else.
oh, oh, wait, that's the one that's like a Western, right?
Yeah, but it's a slow burn thriller.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Interesting. It was
Um,
good.
yeah, I really liked it. I was very surprised by it.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it was when I went to go see Spencer. I was like, oh, that is not at all what I was expecting.
Yeah,
Um,
yes, I'm rewatching The Good Wife. Eric and I are going to probably finish Righteous Gemstones tonight, which I love that show on HBO. There's only 2 seasons. John Goodman's in it, and it's based on like a mega church wealthy family, like kind of in the vein of Tammy Faye Baker, and Jim Baker, that like televangelist mega church people, but it's an HBO like comedy.
yeah, I was gonna say comedy people love that show.
Yeah. Well, Michael Mansour was in the first season.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I was just saying it's like a show is gonna be good. It's like I think you should leave, right?
Yes.
When the actual comedy people that you find funny are like recommending a show so hard. Like I
Yeah.
haven't seen it yet, but it's on the list because it's one of those things where it's like if the people that make me laugh are like this is such a good and funny show, then like maybe I
That's
should
a
give it a go.
great sign.
Because
Yeah.
it was like because that's how it was with I think you should leave, and I'm like, and I know that like that show was fucking hilarious to me. And people said season two wasn't that good, but I mean it definitely still had good moments. So
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, those are the big things. We're finishing the last season of Disenchantment, which is the Matt Grohl show from the
I like Disenchanted, and also people on the internet seem to hate that show too.
Can I just say I love Elfo.
I
Elfo is
fucking
so
love
funny to me.
Elfo. Yes. Oh my god. How many times have I been Elfo though? Like I
Every day
think we
of your
both
life.
I really though, I'm like, it's such a relatable character to me because I'm like, wow, it's like I'm famously kind of morally neutral and encouraging of people to get into trouble, which is like, oh wait, I'm thinking of Lucy. I feel like I'm Lucy. I'm not Elfo, but maybe I'm a little bit
I
Elfo
feel
as
like in
well.
the like most recent seasons where Elfo's like a little bit like kind of a badass, but is also like, oh, but not me, I'm cute. Don't know. I would never do something bad like that. And that's
Oh my,
like,
he's a little sociopath, actually.
yeah, have you met Drunk You? Drunk You is a little sociopath.
Um, but yeah, no, I've been watching that as well. Is it the last season or is it just, did you say, is it really?
Yeah.
No, because people on the internet suck. And it's like, okay, it's famously everyone hated Disjointed with Kathy Bates. And I was like, I didn't hate it that much. Like I get that it's like a Chuck Lorre sitcom with a laugh track, but it's like, I'll watch Kathy Bates smoke weed. Like if that's the show,
Yeah. I mean,
that's fine with me.
Kathy Bates is amazing. Speaking of, I finally downloaded and I'm playing like the Match Mansion or whatever, just because Kathy Bates was in all of the like commercials.
Can I tell you, I literally thought about getting that game because of that brilliant advertising.
I did. I got it. And it's like such an old people game and I really enjoy it. But like, I was finally just like, look, if it's good enough for Kathy Bates, it's good enough to keep me busy when I'm like trying to procrastinate from work.
Oh my God, speaking of games, do you do the Wordles? Do you Wordle?
I haven't started wordling.
I'm pretty good at it, I think.
Ooh.
Okay, so like yesterday I got it in 2, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
I still haven't gotten like the hole in one yet, but I'm like close to a 70% success rate for at least guessing it every day. So
Wow. Okay. Maybe I should give it a try. I feel like I'm just sometimes that like Aquarius rising really comes into play where I'm just like, I don't want to do it if everyone else is doing it and thinks it's cool. I want to like wait and do it when it's like retro and like kind of unique and quirky of me to be doing it.
no, I totally get that, but it's also like the concept of it is kind of cool because you're literally just it's like you have to start by guessing one random 5-letter word. And it's like, you have to figure out your own strategy. So like there for a minute, I was starting with yesterday's word, which you can never get it in one try if you do yesterday's word because they're like not repeating them, or I think they have repeated a couple, but they're not doing them back to back. You're not going to do the same word back to back. But I was doing it that way because then maybe you get one or two, like I was getting lucky and it was like you get 1 or 2 letters every time. And I was like, that's at least enough to go on sometimes. But then also like I have a starting word and I'm just like praying that one day my starting word is the word of the day.
Yeah.
And that starting word, I will tell you, is askew.
Askew.
Yeah, because it's got A and E and S in it.
Nice.
And then that way, if the actual word has any of those letters in it, it'll tell you.
I like that.
And yeah, so it's like usually you pretty much you get 1 or 2 out of that.
Yeah. Hey, Bridget.
Oh my God,
hey.
Really? Hi.
Yes, really. I'm so done with today. So I'm in my bed.
I'm also in my bed. I'm also in my bed.
And I've got bedhead. And I don't care because today was a shitty day. But you know what? Tomorrow's a new day.
Yay. Well, Nick and I actually, funnily, were just like, because I think we were planning to start at like 6 Pacific. So you're coming on as we're finishing doing our like impromptu recording of the bonus.
Oh my God, yeah, you're literally in the bonus episode right now.
I just love it because I was like, it's Bridget.
Wait, so I've been here at 9 instead of 10?
Yeah. If you wanted to be here at 6. The time.
Sorry, I'm high as fuck right now, so I'm so sorry.
No, you're
The-
fine, hon. Like literally, I just smoked my little joint too before we started doing patio ladies episode. So
Yeah, I've got my
Oh.
sour diesel.
I'm sorry, I'll let you all get back to it, but I just looked on Patreon and it said 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I was like, oh, well, then I'm in time.
oh no, hon.
Oh.
Well, but you got
But you got to come in and say hey.
yeah.
And we will
Bonus points.
we will we're it's like this is only like the third one of these that we've done. So like
But I've
we're-
missed all of them. and now I'm late.
no, but we had one. We had one that was just LD2, and it's like we're still figuring it out.
Yeah.
I'm the late witch.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Well, it's
No.
that we were saying it's been like that time of year. Like my day was so busy. Like I literally came on it was 8 my time, but with like fresh out of the shower hair. Like it's dry now, but
I
Yeah.
haven't even made it to the shower yet.
I washed
So
my
we're-
hair
we're-
today. It was a big day.
Yeah, it's a challenge.
It's a
But
lot.
yeah. So I understand. It's tax season here, so I'm just like
Yeah.
head spinning. So I'm sorry. I'll let you all
yeah.
get back to your
No.
episodes.
I mean, it's nice to have a pop in though, and I'll edit you out if you want. That way you don't have
No,
to
you
like.
don't care. I don't care.
Okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
we'll have
Well,
we'll have a cameo
Yeah.
cameo from Bridget.
Bridget
A little carryover
cameo.
from that little carryover from the coven meeting.
I love it. I love it. This is what we're here for.
Oh,
This is what our
Have you
community is
seen-
here
Well,
for.
Yeah.
we're building community right now. So
have you watched like the Game of Thrones when she walks down and they say shame, shame?
Oh yeah, with the
Oh,
shade
yeah,
bell.
So shame, you can have me. I'll pop in. I'll be your shame.
oh my
Yeah.
god.
No, it'll be the look. Bridget's here for us. Where were you all?
Where were you?
Oh my God. Well, Bridget, we are sending you
Okay.
like so much love for good rest during tax season.
Oh my
Thank
god,
you.
yes.
Okay.
Godspeed.
Y'all have fun.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, you have a good night.
Bye. Well, I guess on that note, we can go ahead and sign off for
Yeah.
the episode. So I guess like blessed be bitches on Patreon. We love y'all.
Blessed be Patreon bitches. I
Woo!
hope you are all taking some time for active relaxation and like finding your personal center because shit's scary and real right now. So
Yeah, it's hard. Take care of yourself as much as you
We
can.
love you guys. And if you ever want to bomb an episode,
We're
you know,
open.
we're open to it. So I guess bomb's the wrong word. Crash.
Crash. Yeah.
It's like gate crashing. It's gate
Yeah.
crashing.
Crash our episodes. We're open. Well, blessed be Patreon bitches. We love you guys.
Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.